In the morning of April 20th, 1999, television and radio audiences around the world were met with media reports of a shooting at a Colorado high school named Columbine. Authorities fronted by the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office soon told us that the school, located in unincorporated Jefferson County, had come under an attack involving a variety of guns, improvised explosive devices, and knives, claiming 15 lives between 11:20 and 12:08. In the hours following the school's evacuation, the Western corporate media ran interviews with students and teachers who had witnessed the attack, in which reporters probed them for emotional reactions. Many of these witnesses reported attackers not matching the descriptions of Eric Harris or Dylan Klebold, two Columbine seniors announced as the sole planners and perpetrators of the attack. The reports also mentioned attackers appearing in groups of 3 or more, and in places where Harris and Klebold never were.
Violent video games the boys played before going on their real-life rampage. But does virtual violence really make people more aggressive? Get up! Researchers at Villanova University asked 167 college students to play a variety of games, some bloody and violent, like Doom and Mortal Kombat. Others played more peaceful games, like Tetris or tennis. Then psychology professor Patrick Markey studied their level of aggression and the results, and his findings give ammunition to people on both sides of the debate.
The most general question people always want to know is simply, do violent video games cause aggression? And the short answer to that is yes, they do. But unfortunately, that's much, much too simple of a response. Although they do cause aggression, the effect is actually extremely tiny, that it doesn't have a huge effect on a person's aggression. And perhaps what's more important, what we examine in our lab or demonstrate in our lab, is only certain types of people are strongly affected by violent video games, whereas the vast majority of people are completely unaffected by it.
While violent video games may not affect most people, the study shows people prone to anger get much more aggressive after shooting and stabbing their electronic enemies after just 15 minutes at the controls. The findings shoot down arguments that video games have no effect on school shooters, nor do they prove that virtual violence triggers them either. The professor calls the games a symptom of trouble, not a cause.
So probably what's happening is these school shooters aren't doing these shootings because they played a violent video game. They're doing these shootings most likely because they're angry and they've been provoked in life. And perhaps one of those provocations might be violent video games, but there's all the other daily provocations that happen. So it's not the video game's fault for these school shootings. It is the person's fault for these school shootings.
The finding does destroy the theory that violent video games help people relax by letting them work out their aggression.
As a psychologist, we would love something like this. And for example, a clinical psychologist, if that worked, it'd be great to say, hey, come to therapy, play Doom for a while, and everything will be okay. So trust us, we'd be the first ones to adopt this, but unfortunately the data just doesn't support the idea of this catharsis of letting out steam.
But whether video games make you more violent or not, both sides agree on one thing: the gaming will go on.
Their tears are filling up their glasses. No expression, no expression. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kinda funny, I find it kinda sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Children waiting for the day they feel good. Happy birthday, happy birthday. And I feel the way that every child should. Sit and listen, sit and listen. Went to school and I was very nervous. No one knew me, no one what's my lesson? Look right through me, look right through me. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. The people run in circles, it's a very